It's time now to welcome the players for the final match of the afternoon session. Firstly, the EBSA Under-18s champion, Bulcsú Révész, and the former world champion, the reigning players and tour champion, the magician, Shaun Murphy.
Ready? So, final match of the afternoon coming up. Of course, we do it all again this evening, but Shaun Murphy, one of the big names of the sport, is in action against Bulcsú Révész of Hungary. I'm looking forward to this match as well, because young Bulcsú is a player very much to keep an eye on, isn't he, Fergal?
Yeah, it's fantastic under-18 EBSA champion. Beat Liam Pullen in the final, who we've seen yesterday. What a great player he is. And actually, as an 11-year-old, there was an exhibition in Hungary. He managed to play Shaun and beat him in a shootout.
That's not the start he wanted, though. Yeah, he did indeed. He beat him in one of those Hungarian snooker gala events. Not sure if Shaun remembers that too well. That was in a one-frame shootout, but he's first in here, the magician.
Just the one cue for Shaun today. I suppose in a 10-minute match, it doesn't really have time for 2 or 3 changes.
Of course, Shaun, a player you know very well, lives in your part of the world now.
Yeah, over in Dublin, regular practice partner. Surprising that nobody from the top 16 has ever won this tournament.
16. And
Shaun probably has poor enough record as well, considering what a class player he is.
Do you feel he's as good as ever?
Maybe not this season. Obviously, towards the last season, he played fantastic. And obviously decided to use or experiment with the extra few cues. And as I said to him, I didn't think that was necessarily a good idea. I thought he ran the risk of maybe confusing himself, but on his day, he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best cueists out there in the game, isn't he? And this is a good start. Should we whisper it? 4 reds, 4 blacks?
Might as well.
32.
He'd certainly already be aware of it. Again, if he can keep good close control of the white. Having said, I think he's just ran slightly out of position. I was able to pot it and still. This will tell a tale.
41.
Could potentially play the pink, but now he's staying for the black. And if he can keep close control of the white and get enough to get the frame won, then it becomes a serious opportunity.
49.
Certainly, if you pot as many as he can in these first 5 minutes with the 15 seconds.
Could have been a bit kinder, couldn't it?
Yeah, apart from even the next pot being a little bit trickier, you know, also the red that's went up to the baulk end makes any remote chance for 147 even harder.
Judged the cannon nicely, though. He's still on the black, still going. Red, of course, on the left side near the yellow could be problematic, but...
Yeah, the crowd is certainly aware of the possibility of 147. Yeah, it still has plenty of time. Doesn't have to rush. If he can just try and take these next 4 in the open as simply as can, then just get it down to those last 2 reds.
72.
Well, this will in the frame. He's got a 147 on his mind. Bulcsú has played one shot, and that's been it.
Yeah, you'd have to feel sorry from coming from Hungary, playing one shot, and that's his tournament done.
80.
So all eyes on this maximum attempt.
81.
Anyone else getting nervous?
I can't remember anybody getting as far down the road of making 147 in this shootout format.
88.
Of course, 142 is the highest ever break by Mark Allen.
Still going. 10-second shot now in operation. Again, perfect cue power. The hard work will start now, though.
96.
If it actually has a nice angle on it, it'll pot the sand screw back.
Tremendous shot.
I think he got into it a bit too well.
97.
To try and hold this for the red.
Well, there's the century, the first one of the tournament this year.
Brilliant break so far. I feel this is the key red. Just slightly overscrew that. Again,
112.
for an angle on the black. Yeah,
113.
fantastic. Enough of an angle to screw up for the yellow. Probably could have done without the screams for the yellow as well. Again, you just feel brown to blue, blue to pink, the biggest obstacle. Apart from the nerves and the excitement. Fantastic attempt.
29.
3 balls away.
Brilliant shot. Struck it beautifully.
24.
This is quite incredible. 1 pot away from a maximum break here in the shootout. Shaun Murphy.
140.
And
Brilliant.
he's done it!
Phenomenal achievement. Fantastic break in these circumstances.
We saved the best to last. Shaun Murphy, a maximum break in the snooker shootout, the first one ever. And listen to the noise of the crowd. Shaun Murphy, a maximum break, and he is through to the next round. Well played, Shaun.
Absolutely outstanding. It's a magic maximum from the magician here at the 2023 snooker shootout. Look at the reaction, look at the crowd. Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely amazing. Well
Thank
done,
you very
sir.
much. Thank you.
Congratulations. That was so much fun. So good.
Wow.
It was always on, right?
Oh, goodness me. I mean, it's one of those things, like we do shows all the time and you get the chance, the black goes and you think, oh, there's a good chance here. And this is like it's like a big exhibition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so you do that all the time, but not out here. I mean, good Goodness me, my heart's going. That was great fun.
All our hearts were going. And actually, forget about all the shots. When you said, is anyone getting nervous out there? I thought, what's he doing?
I know. Do you remember when Cliff made the one at the Crucible and he said, we'll just take a little break here? Yeah. I thought that was my kind of, let's just take a breather, but,
Rachel shouted out, concentrate, Shaun.
I know. What about the fella on the blue shouted out, don't bottle it?
Oh, nice.
Cheers.
Good blue, great
Thanks.
blue.
In all fairness, I called it from second or third black, so well done. Absolutely fantastic.
Do you know, I came here this week and I think I might have got to the quarters or semis here once, a million years ago. I love the event. I said I wanted to try and make a century, it's a great thrill. I can't believe what's just happened. I can't believe it.
It's great.
Yeah,
Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. Tremendous stuff. Let's take a look at some of those key shots then. Rianne, Jimmy, and of course Shaun, we're going to focus on, first of all, where it all sort of really looked likely.
Yeah, and of course, once you get in these positions, amongst your peers, amongst the players, if you don't have a good crack at it, you kind of twitched it, haven't you?
It was at this point where you've gone into the pack and you've pushed the red up by the side cushion. I thought, oh, now he's made it more difficult. But how sweet did you hit that red, by the way?
I know, well, it's just
too well.
It just has to go in that red, doesn't it? But I thought I might as well play for it, and I got it. And of course, that little black, and then I took an extra feather on this red, just pop the red, and then that blue with the rest. That was all those years watching you with the rest, Jimmy.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. No, that was a fantastic shot. For a minute, we just thought it might be coming too far, but it landed absolutely perfect because you can bounce off the cushion. You're going to be able to be comfortable on the black. I think you've made history in the shootout. I don't think that'll be equal.
No, definitely not, no.
You haven't. You know who you've actually beaten? Mark Allen. He had the highest break of 142. We've never had a maximum, but you've managed to achieve it. And just what was that overriding feeling, Shaun?
It was just incredible. It was a real buzz, you get really excited out there playing in this event, win or lose. And I've, done both out there. I played really nicely and really badly. And just absolutely delighted. And of course, for the fans that are here, they've seen something special. It was a pleasure to play for them. It was great fun.
It was, I absolutely loved that, I have to say. I really enjoyed this event, obviously seeing great characters like yourself, but also young talent coming through. And we had a certain young 13-year-old from Hong Kong yesterday, 13, and his name was Shaun, named after yourself.
I know. Well, it was amazing. I bet people won't know this, but I think just after I'd won the Tour Championships, he'd just won a big junior event as well. And we FaceTimed each other from the press room. It was a big deal about his family, and it was lovely. And I mean, I think when you get to this stage, you'll have had this for years, Jim, but when you're having the stage when people are named after you, how old do we feel like,
Yeah.
How old do you feel?
You're loving it though, Shaun.
People have tattoos done of me, but they're faded.
Yeah, nobody needs to know that, Jim. That was too much information.
Well, we did say yesterday his middle name was Jimmy, but how exciting is that? And of course, we've seen it with Stan Moody, fly through the ranks. He's now a tour player, but this exposure, it's just so special, so important.
I think what people need to remember, and of course, everyone watching this remembers when Stan burst on a couple of seasons ago, and that was when people became aware of him. Of course, we would know the junior scene very, very well, is going on in the background. People have known about Stan and Shaun and all these other kids. Liam Pullen just got on as well. These have been names amongst their peers for a long, long time, and those of us that keep our ears to the ground know they're coming. The public only found out about them a couple of years ago, but
of course
we've known that they're coming for some time. That's why we're all trying to get out. Get out before they get here.
This event showcases, the future stars of the sport, and we all might know about them behind the scenes, and there'll be a talk about, oh, he's a good player, but it's when they get out there on TV and we finally get to see them, all the fans.
Yeah, exactly. Like Shaun said, we have heard these names. They probably seem a lot older than what they actually are, whereas Stan's still 17 and he's still think of him as like a 13, 14-year-old playing out there. But it's just fantastic to see, and that's the future of our sport, and that's where we need to improve the encouragement. Grassroots is where it all begins, and that's where we need to start working more on, I think.
Yeah, I think, Stan Moody playing in this tournament, was it 2 or 3 years ago? I think that helped him a lot when he's now been on the main tour, because he's used to the cameras, used to that situation. When pros turn pro early days with me, it took him 2 or 3 frames to get used to the cameras, and I think he's fine now. But
also you got like Shaun mentoring him, showing him a little bit of experience that you can pass on to him, information. It helps, and if you've got someone in your corner like that, you can only go up in the world, can't you?
I guess so, and I was very lucky when I was a kid. You know, I had a few lads who were in the area near me, pros, you know, who were willing to take the time out of their careers. They were top pros themselves. Peter Ebdon was one. Nigel Bond was another, an hour and a half in the car to go and play. We lived in the Midlands in England. You know, it wasn't easy to get these guys. Mukesh Palmer was our resident pro, and without the input from these professionals, these people who knew the ropes, you wouldn't be stood here today. So, you know, it's without going into Elton mode, you had some singers here yesterday.
Oh, come on, Shaun.
It is the circle of life, isn't it?
Come on, you've done a
I shall not be going any further. Would you like to see a magic trick? No.
We just saw one.
Fair enough.
You are a true magician. You have absolutely lit up this Swansea arena. Congratulations. A fabulous 147 from the magician, the magic man, Shaun Murphy, and he'll be back tomorrow. We had, of course, you know, like TV, let's end the show with looking at all the highlights from the day, but that was it, folks. That was it. And of course, we'll be back this evening. 6:45. Thanks to Rianne, to Jimmy, and a huge thanks to Shaun Murphy, who has made everyone's day here in the arena. What can we expect tonight at 147? You just never know. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.